Ladies and gentlemen, this is our third bout of the evening, and it is a welterweight contest scheduled for 3 rounds. Introducing first, this man fighting out of the red corner. He stands in at 6 feet tall. He weighed in at 170 pounds. He has an amateur record of 5 victories with only 3 defeats. 2 of those victories come by way of knockout. Representing the Denver Vipers, Arthur Durant. His opponent, this man fighting out of the blue corner. He has 7 victories in his amateur career. 3 of those victories also come by way of knockout. He stands in at 5 foot 10 inches tall. He weighed in at 170 ready pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, representing the San Diego Valor, Karl Man Mitchell. All right, folks, welcome back once again. Chris Garrity here with the silverback. Seth Petruzzelli getting ready for our welterweight bout. Arthur Durant versus Karl Mitchell. And here we go. Looks to be a slight size difference with both these two guys. Durant looks to be a little bit bigger of a fighter than Mitchell.
Yeah, Art definitely has a height advantage, reach advantage.
Both guys weighed in about the same. This is a welterweight bout. Both guys 170 pounds, but I mean, it just looks like there's length and a little bit of girth on Durant compared to Mitchell.
Yeah, both fighters very skilled in their feet, though. Nice spinning hook kick.
Good technique on that kick, too.
Pushing with the heel. Nice push kick there, too.
That, to me, is one of my favorite yet most underused techniques in MMA is that front push kick.
Indeed. Art doing a great job trying to trip up, but ends up on his back. Again, for a jiu-jitsu fighter, that's not so much of a bad thing sometimes. Especially now with this very high guard he's got going on. Thought he was going to transition to an armbar, now going for a triangle.
Mitchell doing a good job keeping his posture up, not letting him seal up that triangle.
Oh. Tried to come out with a huge haymaker, but then Art push kicked him off of him.
Mitchell tried to reverse, and the takedown almost had it, but a good job from Durant to stay calm and keep Karl Mitchell on his back.
Yeah, good scrambling between both these guys.
Let's go, posture up, Art.
Both not satisfied with ending up on their back. Both want to fight for dominant top position.
Hey, work right there.
I like to see Art now stay a little more busy from the top, try to rain some damage on Karl.
Arthur Durant representing the Denver Vipers. He is in Denver's white shorts with the red trim. Then, of course, Karl Man Mitchell, San Diego Valor blue shorts with the yellow trim on his back right now. In a little bit of trouble. Referee, wow, that was a quick stand-up. He'd seen enough there and decided, you know what, stop stalling. We're going to get you back on your feet.
I mean, I did say Art needed to stay a little more busy from the top, but that was a little quick for a stand-up, if I have to say so myself. Art's got to be really careful. He comes in with his head very, very low. He throws 1-2s and then really tries to dive in with that double underhook, but his head is wide open.
And that leaves you open to get kneed, to get kicked, anything.
Not so much for knee, worry about knee now, but more of an uppercut here, since that would be the legal thing to do.
With the amateur rules, the knees to the head aren't going to work, but you can at least get kicked. And he's got that front push kick there, too.
Yeah. Oh.
Not a huge fan. He throws a spinning back kick, and it's got great technique, but he is telegraphing that thing as best you can.
Yeah. That's definitely a setup kick.
Another nice spinning technique from Mitchell, though, and you never know. I mean, if these fighters get tired, one of those spinners might land because he's definitely putting a lot behind him, too.
Yeah, he's putting his whole body behind him. For sure.
So that was the end of an action-packed round number 1. Arthur Durant and Karl Mitchell, part of our welterweight tournament here.
You're not going to force me to call it either way on this one. I don't know. That could go either way, to be honest with you.
Can I call?
No, I'm going to go. I'm going to cut you off and say, if I do have to say, maybe Karl because of the nice kicks.
You're going Karl Mitchell on that?
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing that at all. I'm going Arthur Durant.
All right, fine.
We're going to separate on that one. I've got Arthur in that first round. I thought it was an easy 10-9.
He did have a good takedowns.
Yeah, and he had top control for a while. Again, though, it depends how the judges are going to see it, because the ref didn't see any damage, which probably means, because they work for the same commission, maybe the judges didn't see anything either, so we'll see.
Sure.
But yeah, so hey, we've got, it's pretty rare. We usually agree on a lot of fights, so I've got Arthur Durant in that one, Karl Mitchell for Seth, so you never know what's going to happen. You'll see Adam Martinez leaving the ring. You'll see the rest of the San Diego Valor coaches on their way out. And here we go, round number 2, welterweight division, Arthur Durant versus Karl Mitchell.
And again, guys, if you agree, disagree with myself or Chris, just tweet us at Silverback Seth, and you have at Announcer MMA for Garrity over there. Any questions, comments, concerns, disagreements? You want to tell us how much you love us?
You know, Durant came out as the hunter in that. It looked like he was trying to set a guillotine in on Mitchell and then ends up on his back.
That's what he kind of did at the very beginning of the fight. He came in looking for that takedown, tried to trip, and then ends up on his back. It looks like he was okay being there. But if you do that, you have to be very, very active from that guard, or unless you're just going to, have the judges score against you.
Grabbing the cage a little bit is Karl Mitchell. I don't know if the ref saw it the whole time. It definitely helped him with position there for a second, because Durant was trying to push him away, and he grabbed the cage and pulled it a couple times.
Yeah, that's kind of an iffy thing. I mean, sometimes if it's a split second, it's not legal, but they can't grab your hand and pull it away if it's for a split second.
I know it happens, but that is a huge position advantage sometimes, though. If the guy's got the momentum, he's going to be able to reverse what you're doing, and that split second keeps you there. I mean, I've seen it a lot of times, but the referees, you got to give them a little bit of credit. They have a lot to watch during the fight, so
yes, exactly.
Yeah, they're doing a good job for the most part.
Yeah, I like to see Karl holding his hands up the entire time, because Art's throwing some big haymakers. I don't want to be caught with your hands down.
Definitely the fight has taken a slowdown here. Both fighters are mouth breathing pretty wild on their shots too, so we'll see how the rest of this fight goes, considering both guys seem pretty winded.
Yeah, I mean, Karl right now is with his mouth wide open, hands down. Art was doing the same thing, mouth breathing.
And that type of stuff is definitely not going to work when you're just as tired as your opponent standing 3 feet away from him either.
How bad do you want this, man?
Come on, brother, 50 seconds. Let's go, work.
Yeah, you could see just the tiredness from both fighters right now. I mean, when you put it all on the line like that and you're going full go, 3 minutes seems like a lifetime, let me tell you. Even when you train, for training, I mean, you can train for 5-minute rounds, training even 10. Again, same thing, pulls him right on top of him. You can train for 5-minute rounds during training, and it's nothing compared to what it's like out here in the cage with your adrenaline flowing, with the crowd watching. It's totally different.
And I don't know if you saw it. When Durant came in and grabbed him, once again, Mitchell put his hands up on the cage and used that and ended up on top. And the referee didn't say anything. Now he's looking for an armbar late in this round. I don't know if he's going to be able to pull it off. He's got some leverage. It might not be high enough. We're going to find out right here. Referee's looking in close, and he taps.
Wow.
This one's all over. What a submission from Karl Mitchell. That was fantastic.
I didn't think Karl was going to be able to pull it off this late and this being this tired in the second round, but great job to Karl. Wow, beautiful transition to S-mount, and then boom, leg over top, yank, pulls. You hear his corner yelling, pull it, pull it. He pulled with all his might and got the armbar. Beautiful job.
And there was no time left in that round, so that must have been set pretty deep for him to tap, knowing the fight, or at least the round was almost over. That was fantastic, folks. You'll hear us in the cage very shortly here for your winner's announcement and interview.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end of this bout comes at 2 minutes, 58 seconds of round number 2 for your winner by armbar, Karl Man Mitchell.
Winner Karl Mitchell. Karl, great fight, great armbar victory. Me and Chris Garrity were both watching the fight, commentating, and we noticed in the second round you both were kind of dropping your hands, or both kind of mouth breathing. Were you tired in that second round?
No.
It just looked like it a little bit. I mean, you were going for it.
A little bit. I forced a couple things and loaded up, but we didn't work on that, so just got to get back to the drawing board.
No, you looked amazing. It was a great victory at the end. It looked like you were really trying to hit those spinning hook kicks and spinning back fists. Were you practicing that a lot, weren't coming up to the fight?
Yeah, a couple like that, but we were practicing staying on the outside, throwing circle to the right.
Yeah, and you were throwing them like crazy. The first, or I think second one actually kind of hit pretty flush. It was a beautiful spin kick. I like those myself. That arm bar in the second round, talk me through that. When you transitioned for it, did you hear your corner yelling, just go for it, pull, pull?
Yes. Originally, we just worked on staying up, but seeing he was tired, so I kind of felt like I knew he wasn't going to be able to hold this one arm against my two.
Yeah, and he didn't at all. Pulled off the great armbar, made him tap. Great victory. Moving on to the next level, going to New York. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your winner, Karl Mitchel!